Okay, so I think we can all feel this. There's a problem that we've all kind of felt deep down, but we've rarely named it. And it's that our systems are broken. There's a lot of systems in the world operating on Web 2 that are, extracting. And sure, they offer some value, but ultimately the game underneath it all is to extract as much money, time, and value from the networks of people. Let me hide this. In energy, people are overpaying while the planet suffers. In food and agriculture, we're fed chemicals instead of nourishment. That's a big thing lately. In healthcare, and we treat symptoms and not root causes. Just think of like how broken the healthcare system is. Like it's a system that really is rewarded when people are sick. It's actually like really backwards. In finance, the few hold the power while many are left behind. And through it all, big tech watches, listens, and profits while we get nothing. That ends today. And a lot of people don't realize like big tech like Google, Facebook, like everybody thinks like, wow, Google gives me free tools. It gives me a free email. It gives me a free, calendar. But at what cost? Facebook gives me a social platform where I can have a social experience with my friend and post pics. That's not the game. That's not the game that's happening in the background. The name of the game is data extraction and advertising. And, we spend a lot of time and money, using Facebook, using all the free tools, but at what expense? That's a question we need to ask ourselves. And that ends today. So, a new platform for a new era. So, we didn't just build another product, we built the world's first social impact platform on Web 4.0 technology. And if you don't know what Web 4.0 is, it's powered by blockchain, it's driven by AI, and it's 100% community owned. So you can kind of look at it like, you know, so first of all, it's hard to conceptualize something that hasn't existed yet. So I challenge you guys to kind of open up your mind a little bit and just imagine and come with me on a ride in your mind to understand like what's coming. You know, some of you guys might be as old as me and you guys remember before the internet and then the internet came. That's kind of like the paradigm shift between like, the current Web 2 that exists right now. You all understand Web 3, which is blockchain and ownership, but Web 4 is something new. It's something different. It's something that is kind of like the internet right now, except instead of it being owned by centralized entities, it's like the internet that's owned and controlled by us, but with AI as our companion. Okay. So this is a platform where your actions, your data, your attention finally belong to you. That's the shift in Web 4. So in 2015, we began patenting the foundational tech for the world's first AI robot powered by the blockchain. 10 years later, the future is here. Meet Blockbot. A lot of you guys are like, what is Blockbot? Is it a Win node? It has a Win node, but it's something much, much more. So I hope this presentation begins to paint the picture of what it is now, which is really just the tip of the iceberg, and the potential of what it could be really soon. So Blockbot's not just a product, it's a revolution in how we connect to the internet. So I hope the picture is starting to be painted in your mind. So you've seen this story before. The internet gave us AOL. I turned 46 on Thursday. So I remember when I first connected to the internet. Like in the United States here, we had America Online. You've got mail. Like this is how we connected to the internet. We used to stick a little disc in the computer and it would boom, the little router going, and then we would connect to the internet and we would have like this like old school looking chat thing and some interactions. And like that was my first experience of connecting to the internet. And it was because that disc. Mobile, And cellular gave us the iPhone. That was a technology born out of that technology. And then AI, of course, it gave us ChatGPT. A lot of people use ChatGPT. I unfortunately use it. It's super handy, although I know like that it's extracting my data. But now Web 4.0 gives us Blockbot. So what is Blockbot? Blockbot is your personal AI robot connected to the blockchain, working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It learns, it earns, it connects, it rewards. So what does that mean? It learns, it earns, it connects, it rewards. Hold on, let me take a sip of my coffee here. So it learns. So right now, what does that look like? If you have more than one Blockbot, it learns on your behalf. You only need to do the learn to earn once. What's it going to look like in the future? What does it learns look like in the future? Well, pretty soon it's going to be interactive where it can start to learn from what you feed into it. Right now, when we use like ChatGPT or any type of AI, it learns from us. It learns a lot from us, and it sells our data, and we're targeted advertisement. What we're building is our own self-custodied AI small language model and our community-owned large language model. We are going to build an AI where it has interactiveness like ChatGPT has right now, plus there's going to be like AI agents. Now, all that stuff is super scary, especially where it's like controlled by like, OpenAI and Google. We're building our own. Like it doesn't exist right now in the form where you can like really interact with it and begin to have an experience, but just know that's what we're building for. So if you have more than one Blockbot and you go through the learn to earn, like you're doing it once, Blockbot's doing it the rest of the time. It earns. What does that mean? So it gives you the ability to earn rewards through learn to earn. And it also plugs into the blockchain. It has a win node for a heart and it earns that way. It connects, it connects you into Web 4. It is your entry into this new world that's being built, and it's hard for us to envision because it's never existed yet. And of course, it rewards, all of our actions. So the things that Blockbot unlocks, it unlocks mining rewards. You buy a Blockbot, you plug it in, you host it, and you start earning mining rewards. It also enables you to earn action rewards, all different types of action rewards, actions on the blockchain. Really it's your connection that ties your actions as a human being into the blockchain. And there's lots of different actions we'll talk about in this presentation. And of course, learning rewards, and then also sharing rewards. So Blockbot, powered by the Win node, incentivizes a lot of different behaviors and actions. So Blockbot powers up through the Win blockchain. So it's not just smart, it's actually connected. Behind every Blockbot is a powerful blockchain that rewards real action. The Win blockchain equals proof of action. So the Win blockchain, it's built for impact, whatever that impact will look like. Every action is logged on chain. So your consistency builds your win score. So the more actions you do, you begin to have a win score. If we're, talking with new people, like the win score doesn't come right away. It comes after about 30 days of like taking some specific actions. So your consistency builds your win score, and your performance determines your win rank. So the higher your rank, the more you earn. So there's 4 different ways to get paid. There's like an incentive engine built into this. There's transaction rewards, where you can get rewarded for every referred sale or impact action. There's confirmation rewards, where your Blockbot confirms another user's verified transaction or action. And then there's block rewards. As an impact Blockbot, you earn rewards from the actions of your connections. And just to be clear, I know a lot of people are, already in the ecosystem, And we kind of went through this transition of like, Blockbot as a rank. We had a win node, and then you were Blockbot as a rank, and then BB5, 10, 20, all that stuff. Like, the names are changing. What happens underneath it all stays the same. So Blockbot is a product. It's not a rank. What was the rank before? I think we've stuck on a new term called Impact Blockbot. So instead of like, oh, I have to reach Blockbot, it's like I have to reach Impact Blockbot. That's what we're calling that now. So just to be clear on that. So as an Impact Blockbot, you earn rewards from the actions of your connections. And then there's node support rewards. Node support rewards are an extra incentive based on your win score, paid from the global ecosystem revenue. And just to be clear, node support rewards, well, actually, all of these rewards and all of this mechanism is on chain. Like, it's not like just some code in some central database of some company that, they can change it on a whim. Like, this is programmed into the Win blockchain. It's the first of its kind. It's never been done before. Nobody else on planet Earth has a blockchain that has a built-in rewards engine that incentivizes the things that the Win blockchain does. So all you guys have to do is activate your Blockbot, take action, and then earn rewards daily. It's that simple. And the more actions you do, the more rewards you'll earn. And the rewards aren't just limited to Win token. Once you reach a certain level of commitment and action, it unlocks all brand token rewards through node support rewards. So what can you use the rewards for? So, one of the biggest and most awesomest things that you can do with your rewards right now is you can share them. You can give it out to somebody who needs it. Help people. I forget when it was, a few months ago, like, we did some type of initiatives to do like give, show, and tells. I don't know if you guys remember that, but the average return on what we gave was anywhere from like $600 to $3,000. So we would just give away free crypto, give away a day's distribution of node rewards, get people signed up, get them plugged in. And what we got back on average was $600 to $3,000 per share, depending on, everybody's was a little different, but it's by giving that we receive. It's kind of counterintuitive to the way we think, but if everything hinges off of like network, it's all about sharing and network growth. When I refer to our value, what else can you use rewards for? Well, you can swap. You can access liquidity, and like as we grow, that liquidity will become deeper and deeper and deeper. Or you could just save it. You can hold it and then watch the story unfold. Or you can multiply. You can take more action and earn even more and just stack those rewards. And as the ecosystem expands, so will what's possible. So today, here's a few stats. So today we are the fastest growing AI blockchain that nobody knows about. We're not hypey. We're not running crazy ads to get a bazillion people signed up. We are literally grassroots, just stepping out of stealth mode. Nobody knows about us. So we're the fastest growing AI blockchain with 41,000 active blockbots operating in 165 countries. The bottom two here, the transactions and rewards mined, are across all of our blockchains in our ecosystem. So we've done over 1 trillion transactions and have mined 560 billion rewards. So the more people that connect, the more powerful Blockbot becomes. And I just want to speak to that for a sec. The more people that connect, the more powerful your Blockbot becomes. What does that actually mean? So from a rewards perspective, that means the more people that connect, the more powerful your Blockbot becomes and the more rewards you can earn. But what it also means from like an AI building perspective, like as we begin to build out our own AI and begin to feed it data, and our small language models begin to build. So what a small language model is uh, it's something personal. It's something that knows us. It's something that's not shared with anybody else. It's the language model, AI and machine learning, that is our assistant. And that, just like how we can own an NFT or crypto in our wallet, we're going to own our small language model. It's going to be the AI that we start to build out personally to be our assistant and help us where none of our data can leave our custody. Okay. But the more people that we plug in and connect to this, the more people are going to have their own language models. And apart from our small language models, general information that's not specific to us is going to be added to what's called a large language model. So the large language model is like not our name, not our social security number, like not our super personal information. It's general. It's a general language model that's going to be built and crowd funded, for lack of a better term, by our community. And that language model is going to be owned and controlled by our community. So the more people that feed it and we all own it, the more powerful and useful it becomes. Like right now, that doesn't exist, but this is me just kind of like bringing you on a journey into the very near future of like what the experience could look like. Just think of like everything that ChatGPT can do right now, plus the best AI agents, like now in the palm of your hands. Like that's what's right around the corner. That's the future. Okay. And one more thing, each blockbot you own, it also multiplies your rewards. Like, one blockbot is just 1x. If you have 5 blockbots, it's 5 times the rewards. Just imagine how powerful that could be, in the future. So here's some features currently that Blockbot has, and like I alluded to, there's a lot of things that are coming in the future. So what we see right now isn't necessarily like the end game or the end feature stack. There's a lot more around the corner. So right now, currently, Blockbot tracks and rewards learning. If you've had the experience of going through the learn to earn, you know what that looks like. There's also AI and the smart wallet integration. It's a global payment system. It comes with blockchain analytics. A lot of things that we've been taking for granted is the Blockbot report, and the Blockbot report's just it's great because it monitors all your rewards and gives you insights into it, and that is just going to become better and clearer. There's still a lot of tools in there that need to be built out. So that's Blockbot. Your blockchain monitoring dashboard. Also a digital U profile. Like that's something that's really not clear right now. We're kind of in this gray area where we're transitioning, and a lot of these things are going to start to become apparent. So it's going to come with a verified digital U profile. Like, what the heck is that? It's kind of like the blue check mark on social media where like you've been verified as a human, and you are who you say you are. Connections AI, you can start to see, if you've been on the Impact platform, what Connections AI is it's an AI that we're using on the Impact platform that takes our profile information and suggests people who are close to us or who have similar interests with us. And that's only going to get better and expand and become much more useful, like as we grow and scale. Blockbot gives you access to community events, communications tools. For those of you who don't know, the viral invite engine is launching on the 16th. If you haven't already, make sure you check out Jim's latest AMA where he talks about that. That is going to be super powerful and begin to send us into orbit. Global impact view and blockchain referral rewards. Like every reward you've ever earned from doing anything, any action in our ecosystem across all of our projects, it's all because of Blockbot being attached into the Wind blockchain. And then, and coming soon, Your AI, your advantage, one assistant to help you live better, think smarter, and grow faster. Not just artificial intelligence, but a personal evolution. And so this is beyond the tip of the iceberg. This is what's coming around the corner. Just imagine a personal assistant. And I don't want to be specific about like what it could be, but it could be anything. If you're like a wedding planner, like you could have AI that we're building do anything for you. If you need help organizing your calendar, if you need an agent to literally do anything, organize your digital life in any way, like the possibilities are limitless. I don't want to be specific with a specific example, but just imagine like any service where you hire a person to do, like this AI could do it for you. Like that's how powerful this is. Okay. So would you guys like to see how Blockbot works? And I know a lot of people here aren't new. This presentation is geared towards like, bringing in new people and showing. So this is my version of give, show, and tell. So would you like to see how Blockbot works? So meet Blockbot. I'm going to introduce him to you. And I said him, it could be a her, whatever you want to name it. I guess it doesn't have a gender. So, a lot of people take the Blockbot report for granted, but it is Blockbot. AI is used in this. And like I said, this will only get better and better and better. So it's your analytics and reporting dashboard for all of your rewards, not just win. If you're running nodes, this shows everything. And like I said, it will only get better and better and better over time. Like right now, for instance, it doesn't display boost rewards. That's something that's going to change. WinPay, proof of action win blockchain rewards. So for those of you who don't know, you probably got a surprise once you started taking some actions. About 30 days later, you got your win score, and then you started receiving rewards every day from all of the global sales. And you're like, what the heck? How did this happen? Well, congratulations. You took a little action. The Win blockchain rewarded you with the win score, and now you're privy to receive not only win tokens, but all the tokens from all the brands across our whole ecosystem. Every day you get them deposited to your wallet based on your score. So a higher score, or actually it's lower score. So the more closer to one is higher. So the higher that score, the higher your rewards. The lower your score, the lower the rewards. And this score moves depending on your consistency and your actions. And then learn to earn. Of course, we talked about that. Weekly earning missions powered by Blockbot. So you earn $200 a week, which it's actually been a lot more than that the first 2 weeks, but you earn $200 each week per Blockbot in NFTs and or rewards. So every week there's a learning experience where you have the ability to earn these rewards, and Blockbot makes that possible. There's also the self-custody wallet, where you can safely store your crypto, your rewards, and your NFTs, like all the node rewards you get and all the rewards you get from Learn to Earn. I just, this is part of my give, show, and tell. So obviously you guys know this. I'm just showcasing that there's an existing win market, and there's also existing markets for all of our projects. And, I want to be clear, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the token price is going to go to $1 by September. Like, definitely not saying that. But what I am saying is there's unrealized potential. I've been in the space long enough to be at the beginning, and I've seen a lot of these markets really go up quick, like going into these bull runs. And so when I say there's a lot of unrealized potential, like that's what I mean. I got involved with Bitcoin when it was $400 a coin. It's over 100 grand right now. I got involved with Gala when it had zero value and it was just fake monopoly monies in my wallet. And, all my friends laughed at me and, gave me a hard time. But, guess who had the last laugh? Gala boomed at 87 cents. And I was one of the earliest adopters of that project and the earliest supporters of that project. So I laughed all the way to the bank. So this is kind of like our offer. The experience is going to be a little different than what we're used to right now. So right now, when somebody signs up, it's like, oh, just get a free account, get a free wallet, and it's like they access the social impact platform. So with the introduction of the viral invite system, coming soon, this on the left is going to kind of be like the new offer. So it says $500 right here because that's the value. So if I was presenting this presentation to somebody, I'd be like, there's two offers here. BlockBot Starter, it comes with a digital U profile, or Smart Wallet. It comes with the free Droid, which is it's like a Win Light node and 30-day hosting. So the cool part about this free Droid and free hosting, it's going to be all automated. So when you sign up for Connect, it automatically connects into like Block Fabric and gives you a 30-day free hosting credit. There's nothing necessary for the user to do, like enter in credentials, get their node running, none of that. It's all going to be automated. That doesn't exist right now, but in the next week, probably this will launch. So anybody that comes in will get a digital U profile, smart wallet, a free Win Light node where they can start to earn daily rewards, access to Connect Essential courses. So really the social impact platform right now is really not like fully what we want it to be. We want the onboarding experience to really be conducive to new people, fresh new people coming in the door, not understanding a lick of what blockchain is, being able to access the tools, the learning, and the understanding to do all the heavy lifting for us. How many people have spent countless hours and hours and hours hand-holding people, trying to get them to understand how to like do everything? Well, that's what we want the social impact and the onboarding Connect Essentials experience to be. We want that to do all that for us. And so that's what we're working towards. Gives people access to the viral invite engine and, of course, the social impact platform. Okay. So this is the full BlockBot offer. It unlocks full power. Like it comes with a verified digital U. It gives you WinPay access. And again, WinPay is all those like rewards that incentivize like growth and sharing and referrals and stuff like that. It comes with a full Win Smart node right in its heart, so it can plug in and connect to the blockchain. And it's 100 times the daily rewards of what's being offered over here on the left. Also, it earns up to $200 a week reward or NFTs and learn to earn. So that ends up being like $10,400 in value per BlockBot. It comes with the viral invite engine, plus advanced sharing tools, and of course the BlockBot report with blockchain analytics. So if I was sharing this with some new people, I'd say these are the offers. The only way to get a BlockBot is from someone who owns BlockBot. So reach out to whoever invited you to this presentation to claim yours. Right now, for a limited time offer, we're giving away this absolutely free for everybody on this call. Okay. So this isn't just another product. It's literally the infrastructure for $1 trillion transformation, and you can own it. And I think $1 trillion is being really modest. Like this could be 20 trillion. I've heard Tony say 800 trillion. Like blockchain and AI together is such a massive industry that we can't even put a number on like how big the industry would be. So when I say trillion, it's pretty modest. And Connect and BlockBot is building the infrastructure for it. Okay. So I added this slide in because I think it's important here. I don't want to take away from the brands, but the beginning of this presentation really started with like broken systems and impact. So BlockBot, just so you guys know, is how the impact happens in energy, green, food, grow, healthcare, Galvin, finance, Switch, AI, Connect, and much, much more. Video conferencing, all of our projects. BlockBot is how the impact happens. How? BlockBot helps you learn about and support your favorite impact projects in our social impact platform. So You guys can't see this right now, but in our social impact platform, there are spaces, they're hidden from you because they're not ready yet. But all of the brands have their own spaces. So what's the experience going to look like for new users? New users will come in through, Connect offers, the free offer or the paid offer, or just come in through the viral invite engine. They'll begin to have a new experience where they learn about blockchain, learn about AI, connect with the greater community at large, then be exposed to all of our impact projects. It's been one of the biggest complaints of the brands that, guys, we're spending all of our time teaching people how to do like simple blockchain wallet stuff. Well, that's about to change. Like Connect is going to be that place, that beginner place where anybody can connect to the blockchain super easy and begin to get their basic understanding of what it is we're trying to do, and then be exposed to all of our awesome impact projects. That Connect is one of the biggest supporters of all our impact projects. And if you love Grow, you love Connect. If you love Rally, you love Connect. Why? Because Connect and Blockbot is the engine for growth in any of these projects. Grow is not designed to incentivize growth. It's designed to impact agriculture and incentivize actions within that space. The Win blockchain is designed to help to help grow. It's funny. The Win blockchain is designed to help Rally grow. The Win blockchain is designed to help all of our projects grow. And so what we're bringing to light is a blockchain with AI plus you, plus a social impact platform, plus an incentive engine to really bring all of our projects to the world. Okay. So own your Blockbot, build your Web4 future, and join us to shape the next era of impact.